Hey!
Hello!
Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday!
We have Scooter's Coffees. It's Tuesday night at like 7 p.m. I don't even know.
It's not 7. It's almost 6.
And they wrote "Have a blessed day" on both of our
So
tops.
cute.
That literally made my whole night. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see my eyes are messed up. If you're listening, I will explain. I have pink eye. It was only in my right eye, and now it's in both eyes. So we already had a little messy schedule, and then it just got delayed a little bit more for this week's recording.
So we're coming at you right on time.
Yeah. We are still going to be uploaded on the correct day. We just normally give ourselves days to edit. Now we're giving ourselves a couple hours to edit.
Time.
But it'll be fun.
Under pressure.
I'm living on the edge over here. So, how was your week?
Yes. My week was busy. Just like last week. Peyton started softball. That's a new fun adventure. That's super cute. Can't figure out if she loves it or not. The leprechaun came to our house and made a mess. Turned our milk green. Did all the fun things. We did not catch him, though. And then Peyton had her first ballet recital. And I cried my eyes out. I was crying almost like before she was on stage.
Brooklyn had her first one. She was like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah.
I bawled.
I really bawled. Half of the time, I don't even think I really saw her dance because I was ugly crying. But
yeah.
it was cute.
Because they're so big up there on that. To me, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so big. But then once Elena got on, I was like, wow, she's so little. It's crazy the difference.
Your baby's growing up.
Yeah.
To she's just so little. Yeah.
It's insane.
But yeah, it was cute.
I'm really feeling like each week, though, one of us is sick. And I'm over it.
I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Peyton's kind of sick again.
Yeah. It's redonkulous. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to be coming at you kind of short and sweet. We're not really getting into a main topic. We're going to go over our book. What I do really want to know is, where are you listening? I'm going to make a post on Instagram in the morning. And I want you to comment where you're listening
poll?
From. No, not a poll. Because I just want to know tell me, are you listening on your drive to work?
Oh,
are you listening
when
in the
are you
shower?
listening?
Yeah.
Got it. I like that.
That's what I want to know. On a walk, at the gym.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where they're listening to us
at the gym.
I listen to all of my podcasts. So I have a playlist on my way to work that hypes me up, gets me going. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich. So I have a playlist that I listen to on the drive to work every day. And then at work is where I listen to my podcasts. So I just really want to know where y'all listen in from.
Depends how productive I want to be at work. If I listen to podcasts or not. But today was nice. I had time. None of my people were awake when I got home from the gym. So I put on my AirPods and listened to a podcast. It was nice.
Way to go.
And I listened to one while I was in the shower.
That one you sent me with that man, giving those. That really, I was, I work at a factory job. I was going, faster when I was listening to that.
It was a motivation podcast, and he's kind of yelling at you. Yeah. I shouldn't even say yelling at you,
I think
but he's trying to really
compilations.
Motivate you. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're compilations.
But that first one was bah!
No, I listened to a dozen of them. I just kept going through because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually working faster.
Well, that one I could just picture veins popping and Argh!
It's get it done. Yeah, keep going.
No excuses.
Yeah. Raw. Yeah, that was pretty intense, but I liked it. So, do we have anything else? How
was your week? You didn't tell us about your week.
Okay, yeah. So, when we were editing this, last week's podcast that went up, I was at Vanessa's house till midnight. And at midnight, we decided to all step on the scale. And John made like us a little new, he did make our original workout plan, okay, that we did like 15 weeks ago, we've been doing. He did make that, even though I think he's not really taking credit for that anymore.
Well, we didn't do it true to how it was always.
So
life happens.
He made us a legit workout plan, and he's been making my food. He's been prepping my meals. I was like, this is kind of weird. Another man is cooking for me, but whatever. I'm taking it. I'm losing weight. So the bet is, do you have thoughts about it? It is
No,
weird.
I don't think it's weird. He's meal prepping for you. You're my friend.
I know, but I said to Josh,
And
I was
you're
like,
grossed out about chicken.
I said, do you care that someone else is cooking for me? Josh is like, no, I'm not going to cook for you.
Of course he doesn't care. Duh, it's Josh.
But yeah, that first week was good. And this week I'm down 2 pounds. So the deal is, if I lose 10 pounds in a month, which I know sounds like insane, but it's also not really insane because we've been going to the gym. We just, could have pushed harder. You know? So we've been going to the gym for like 15 weeks. We've been tracking it. And before that, we had been going for like a couple weeks before we even started tracking. So yeah, 10 pounds this month. And then John gets to be on the podcast.
Because he's so excited for it.
I have some good questions for him.
I just think it's funny that he's like that excited for it. I don't get why.
We'll put question boxes up. So start thinking. Couple more weeks. Got a couple more pounds to lose. And
yeah, so also with this workout journey, because our kids are wanting us home at night, especially my kids, Peyton asked that for her birthday.
Yep.
She said, could you not work out at night and like be home more?
Yeah.
Which broke my heart. So now we are working out early in the morning. So we get up at like 4 a.m., try to get to the gym at like between 4:30 and 5.
Yeah.
And then we work out and then
which has been good because I have this little, I was going to talk about it, but I have this little thing I got on Pinterest that I've been writing out like every morning, doing my little hand massagers, washing my face, doing the gym situation. I love it. Because I already had to be to work pretty early anyways.
I'm not a morning person. I'm getting used to it. I struggle going to bed earlier. Yeah. That's where I struggle.
But Elena really wanted me home at night too. And I was like asking Josh if it was bugging him. Because, we're in our hustle. We're in our grind. Like, the podcast, it does take time. It takes time to record and then time to edit it and then time to like upload it, and we're still learning all the settings on all the different apps because it's like different apps that you do different stuff on, so it's plugging into this, plugging into that, so it's been a big learning curve. I think we're getting faster, smoother, all the things, but yeah, our families like wanted us home at night, and I love this.
Yeah, it's working great.
We had summer school sign up, which is like the most stressful thing, like 2 minutes of my whole year, because the school district that my kids go to, it's very competitive to get into summer school. So I got all 3 of my kids in, all of the classes that they wanted to be in. That was a big freaking win for the winning Wednesday.
Mine's not until April 2nd, and my kids haven't done summer school, but I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I love it.
Because it's only a few weeks, and so if I have to, like, work a different schedule just for those few weeks, I don't think it's that bad.
And then our library also does a program, so I will also, like, put my kids into that, because I kind of feel like keep them busy, keeps them out of trouble.
Yeah. And they have, like, cheer in ours. Yeah. They, like, cheer, golf, like...
Yeah, Brooklyn does, like, cupcake decorating. Yeah. Playground games, running club. Yeah, like, it's fun. Yeah. I make them do...
And fairly cheap.
I make them each do a reading. And then my kids don't struggle with math, but the program through the library works on math and reading. So I feel like it's really good. I love it. What else happened this week? I don't know. Oh, it was Elena's birthday.
Yes. And 7.
Then that was like fun, great, dandy.
The kite's really going.
This pink eye, though, I don't know. It is what it is. We're on the meds. We're on the mend. It's fine.
It is fine.
Yeah.
People get pink eye, whatever.
Mm-hmm. And my fingernail's broken really far down. That's been bugging me the last couple days. But other than that,
Elena's
we're good.
birthday was good, though.
Yeah, I mean, she wanted French toast. She wanted Noodles and Company. Originally she wanted to go to a water park. That's now rescheduled because she changed her mind last minute, go figure, and wanted a spa day. So took her to Sephora and then let her pick out some face masks and some like chapstick and whatnot there. And they were like, oh, do you have a Sephora, whatever? I was like, actually, I've never shopped here before, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, oh, give us your email. And then they gave me a birthday gift because my birthday was in February.
Aww,
so she let me
cute.
have like a little thing.
That's cute.
And then Elena's like, well, what about my birthday gift? I was like, well, I don't think you're old enough to get a birthday gift. But that was fun because normally we do Target or dollar store masks or whatever. But I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun little experience for all of us. Like, it was me.
Are you ready for the girls to want to shop at Sephora all the time? Because
I mean,
yesterday at Cheer, they were opening birthday presents, all Sephora.
Yeah.
All of it. I'm like, great.
I don't know. I think it's cute. There's worse things they could be into, you know? So, whatever.
Well, yeah, this is true. I don't mind Sephora.
I was like, it was fun. Normally, all of my...
I'm just not ready for my child to act older than she is with the Sephora stuff and the...
Well, you were all emotional with the mascara.
Oh, yeah,
when Peyton put the mascara on. But I took my youngest and my middle. We went to Sephora. It was super fun, picking out face masks and chapstick. I liked it. Because normally we do, what is that, Target, dollar store, we've done, whatever. But I was like, it's her birthday. Little treat. We'll do it. I liked it.
Yeah, we had chocolate cake for days.
Yeah. I just threw it out this morning. Yeah, because I was like, I'm done with this chocolate cake. We're throwing it away. And then they have a party coming up, which will have cake. And then it'll be my youngest birthday in April, my oldest birthday in May. So a lot of cake.
It's Peyton's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, today, because they'll listen to it on her birthday.
Oh, yeah. It'll be on her birthday. Yes.
That's crazy because
She'll be
our
7.
first episode was on Sawyer's birthday. And now our 5th episode is on Peyton's birthday.
Full circle. 1 month.
Yeah. Woo!
That's crazy. That's kind of cool.
I love it. This is fun, though. The little pod. We're growing. We're showing up. I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us, too.
You know?
Yeah. We're eating on point. We're exercising. Spending a lot more time with our kids.
Oh, dang. There was something I wanted to read off from my phone, but we record with my phone. Whatever. It's fine. Because I'll just say it off of memory instead of off of reading. All right. Are you ready to get into our book? So our second episode... What was the name of it? I was going to say it and I forgot. Our second episode, we started Hustle, Believe, Receive. But then things just got away from us.
This book.
So we did... the marriage love language and then the children love language. Now we're circling back to finish Hustle, Believe, Receive. So I'll start. The first bit of it is talking about what you want, what you really want in life. And I think I know what I really want in life. You know what you want in life. We did the journal prompts. We're getting there, you know?
Yeah, I think I definitely know where I want to go. I know that it'll change, but I know what I want.
Yeah.
In life.
So it's fun to
I have a big goal.
Pick out the pictures and do the things. I think really, so I put this, I have a sheet that I'm going to look at, read off of notes of my thoughts. But it was 5 years ago, I started listening to a podcast that was, what was it called? Choose FI, Financial Independence. And they talked about being a landlord on there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a landlord. I want to be a landlord. And so my dream kind of for 5 years, I've say to people, I want to own duplexes. I was like, I want to own 3 duplexes. I want them to be paid off so each one of my kids can inherit a duplex. They can either live on one side, rent both sides, sell it, and just have the cash, whatever. Like, I want to give my kids something when I die. And for the last 5 years, it's been 3 duplexes. Well, about 3 years ago, I was listening to a podcast. Oh my gosh. I've really been in my podcast era apparently for a long time. It was called F-U star CK, I think is how it goes, Your Brain. And she talks a lot about like anxiety. She was a lawyer. And this was my quitting smoking story. So she said, what can you like think about that wouldn't change like you're a better or a worse person, like if you changed it. So it was about 3 years ago that I was like, cool, one day I want to do a bodybuilding competition, you know? So that's when I started, like, now I follow like bodybuilders on TikTok. I went to a bodybuilder show for a girl that I love, and I was too scared to like actually go and meet her, but I watched her win first in her first ever competition. So yeah, it's been about 3 years. I know the people that support it. I know the people that don't support it. I know the people I can talk about it with. I know the people I just ain't gonna say anything. But one day I will walk on a bodybuilding stage.
I'll be there rooting you on.
One day I'm gonna do it. And I like said to Josh, and because Josh will be like, oh, they're so muscly, whatever. And I'm like, well, you'll just have to be unattracted to me for a little bit then, if you really don't find it attractive. But we'll see what he actually thinks when it actually happens.
I mean, they're not like that. Like, they're not like full muscle, like
all the time. It's literally like one day.
Yeah.
I mean, you wean down to that, and then you wean right back up. So, but one day I'll step on stage, and that'll be.
I just have to real quick say that my eyes are wandering because there's a guy flying a kite in front of me, and I'm in awe. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So about 2 years ago is when I got my Etsy shop. I have stuff like typed in my notes. It's literally like my dream life. And I made it April 11th of 2023. And it had like my Etsy shop. Really? So it had like all this stuff in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to like read it on here, whatever. I don't have it. But I was going to read it because I was like, oh my gosh, like a lot of this stuff is stuff that I still really want. But in the book, it's like, so you need to envision that it can actually happen for you. Because you need to believe it. But you also need to hustle towards it. And the secret magic sauce is doing both at the same time. Because if you work towards it, but you don't believe that it can happen for you, it's not going to happen because you'll, like, ruin it with your doubt. You'll, like, sabotage it.
Yeah.
But if you just keep wishing and hoping for it and don't put any action into it, you can't just, like, wish and it appear.
I also like that money ain't a thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you're dreaming it, picturing it.
I love that. She gives so many examples of like her work or whatever. That's where I'm like, babe, we need to get passports. I said this like I think it was like 2 years ago. I was like, we should all get passports. And he's like, why? And I'm like, just so we have them. Like, what if an opportunity comes? Like, we should just have them.
Yeah,
so now I think he's on board with the whole passport situation.
He gets one this year.
Yeah, well.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, the steps, because it's an 8-step plan.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say them?
Yeah, go for it.
So, step 1 is dream it, which is what we've been talking about. Step 2 is think it. Step 3 is say it. Step 4, write it. 5, see it. Step 6, do it. Step 7, believe it. And step 8 is live it.
So, yeah. 2 years ago, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
I had my Etsy shop idea, which is insane because I wrote out like, I will upload 1 shirt per day for 30 days. I will work on it for 30 minutes every morning. Like these like things, which then when I was creating like the shirts.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's like 2 years ago I was envisioning this. Now, I mean, it didn't happen right away.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. And a year ago, I had written a whole note. I have so many notes in my phone of different business ideas. It's insane. 1 year ago was my lemonade stand idea. And
That was
actually,
only 1 year ago? I feel like you've been talking about that longer than a year.
no.
But maybe not.
Well, that was when it was in my notes. So I don't know exactly how long ago I was thinking about it. But I had in one of those too, because okay, we're having this weird lunar eclipse thing happen, right? You know how you saw that on someone's Facebook post, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So
Scary.
it said there was a date in October and a date in April that you were supposed to like think back to. So me and my brain, I just went to my camera roll. The pajamas that my kids were wearing yesterday were the same pajamas that October date my kids were wearing. This is going to be a little tangent-y. Stay with me. But we had my middle has pink eye on this like lunar eclipse day when that date in October, she had a broken arm. And then when you like were supposed to look back to that day in April, I like had written in my notes about having a YouTube channel. So I wanted it to be called like Dusk Till Dawn, and I was gonna record the sunrise and the sunset. And I like typed up different like titles for different videos and stuff.
You're an interesting human.
So I don't know, this lunar eclipse, maybe that's why I got pink eye. I don't know. Something's
I mean,
up with
it is about what I read today. Like, being sick, being sinusy, being headachy. I got headache sinus issues. You either sleeping or you're not. Like, lovely.
Yeah. It was saying, like, either you're having insomnia right now or you're, like, can't stay awake right now. Crazy. The sun is, like, setting on us.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I have a few more notes.
So windy.
Sprinkled in there, she was talking about gratitude, so this is what I do with my kids. I don't think I've said it on here yet. So when we're in the car, like if I'm dropping them off, picking them up from school, or like going to a sport or whatever.
I think we talked about this.
We did. Well, I'll go over it again quick. So what I like to do is I like to do 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things you're excited about, and 1 thing you want to manifest. So, yeah, I just love to do that. That's like how I keep myself accountable for having gratitude, because I was like, what's something free that I can do with my kids to make me feel like a good mom? Practicing gratitude. It's like going to the library. It's free. It makes me feel like I'm a good mom. That's why I do it, you know?
I don't do that. I should do that.
I love it.
We talk about their day.
Yeah, well, I don't really do that.
Yeah, and then we just talk about, like, a few good things and a few bad things.
Like highs and lows.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. But yeah, I like to know, like, what are you grateful for? What are you excited about? I'm always big on my kids, like, being grateful for stuff. Like, the little things, like hot water. I mean, we didn't have a hot water heater for a little while, didn't have a stove for a little while, didn't have a refrigerator for a little while, like. So, yeah, I mean, when we get those things back after, like, a couple weeks of not, I'm like, sometimes, wow, my kids really be in the trenches with me. But then I'm like, well, they're also super grateful then. So, try to look at the brats.
Not like my little
the brats.
brats.
Do you have anything about gratitude? Journaling? You're new to it? You're excited about it?
Yeah, I started journaling. I'm going to keep going. I don't feel like I'm good at it. I even wrote that in my journal. I'm like, I'm doing this and I'm not a writer. What? I don't know. So I don't bullet point, but like I just jot notes. And I pretty much talk about how my day was, how I felt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll get better.
Data. I want the Aura ring. That's my next thing I want for data.
But you know what I'm kind of excited for my kids to have these journals, like, later on.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
I want to have a journal. We've talked about this before, like having mailboxes for each of us, like a dad, a mom, and then each of the kids. And we can leave notes to each other.
Yeah, that's cute.
Like on our doors or whatever. But all right, then the next little section in the book was talking about the I ams. So she says to watch the Joel Osteen YouTube video, I Am, which I've watched a few times. I've started and stopped this book so many times. So many times.
I think I made John watch that too, the I Am.
Yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not go through and write for her homework assignment like the I Am thing.
I did.
Good job. But the next book that we're reading has a 30-day thing that you need to say to yourself in the mirror for 30 days. So
yeah,
that'll, I think, be good for us.
Yeah, it will.
And then with the I Ams though, I have that Pinterest thing that I write in the morning. Like those affirmations that I write in the mornings.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like, that's kind of like the I Am. And then Liz and I are starting to do this thing where we text we are. And then, what did she say this morning? Amazing moms or something like that.
That's cute.
And then I said strong. Yeah, it was a TikTok idea. I really like that.
That's cute.
She's like, it's a good way to start your day. So we say we are and then
And then you each put something?
Yeah. So I put we're strong, we're beautiful. She put I'm pretty sure we are the best moms.
That's cute. And you should be able to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I like it. It's going to get challenging.
Mm-hmm. So I love that idea. I stole that off TikTok. And then, another thing, all of these ideas are from TikTok, but talking into your water. Have you seen those or no?
No, but you told me about talking in my water.
Yeah, so last night, which you're not even supposed to manifest for eclipses, but I was kind of having a bad day yesterday with my husband's car, blah, blah, blah. So I just sang into my water because I have those songs that I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm healthy, I'm healthy.
Hey, that is what I wrote in my journal. Yeah. Oh, now I can't remember. What is in the money song?
Oh, how does that one go? You can't put me on the spot like that. But yeah, I love those songs.
Why can't I remember?
So I was singing them because I have Energy Vampires, another one. So I was
singing this in my head all day.
Yeah, and they say joy. When you have joy, when you talk stuff like that, it's supposed to come better to you, faster to you. So those are my thoughts on I Ams. Any thoughts? Or any topics that you want to bring up before?
No, I mean, what's next? What?
The one after that is talking about changing your crew. The section after that. She reads the books. I listen to the books. And then I screen record sections. I wrote it down. But she's got sticky notes and stuff. So. Also, we didn't bullet point this episode. We got good for 2 episodes. We had she typed something up. We were all good to go. This episode, a little more cray.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, I just did this one where you're just your future life. So you just kind of manifesting your future life, and there was bullet points of your career, family relationships, physical appearance and health, finances, passion, hobbies, faith, and mental well-being. So those 6 things, and then you kind of had to just write a little story about each category.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Oh, you know what else? The podcast, Goal Digger podcast, episode 425, minute 40. She has a really good, manifesting. Write it down. Take notes. Goal Digger podcast, episode 425, minute 40. She has a really good, thing where you close your eyes, you're walking down these steps, you go in, there's a mirror. What's your dream fit body look like? The next mirror. What's your career? The next mirror, whatever. The last mirror is what does all of that look like combined together? And then you like shut the door, you walk back up the stairs, you come back out of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Is that that would be like meditating. That's what I mean.
No, it still would be like manifesting though. Because
But I
it's like
love that
manifesting
one.
what you want to look like and be.
Yeah, I love that one. And I think that I do that in the mornings. So I think that's like a good one to go with that because it keeps you visualizing it like constantly.
Mm-hmm.
The next part was changing your crew. And I think honestly that's going to be like the very hardest part for me. You know?
Yeah.
Because you know who you can and can't say certain things to. And I feel like that's kind of part of it. I was very much caring what people thought about these rentals, about the Etsy shop, about this, that, and the other. And actually, a very good friend of mine, a couple weeks ago now, said, like, she's seeing, like, changes in me. She's like, Tanisha, you used to be, like, so jealous. Like, there's this part in the song we used to sing, Jealousy. It was me. And then I've
like
really...
jealous of other people's lives?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
So I have really been on these self-help books, on these
positive train
podcasts, changing the music I listen to. And yeah, I mean, that was like the best compliment I could get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I definitely struggle because I am such a shy person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I give up I give off unapproachable vibes because I am so shy and I just kind of like sit in my corner and I don't like engage with people. Like, I don't know. I don't really talk to you unless you talk to me. And that's just because I'm so shy. So I think like with the podcast, like I want obviously people to listen, but then that worries me about who's listening.
Yeah.
And I just, like, need to not care. And then it's like, who am I going to see? Like, have they listened to it? Are they going to say something to me? Am I going to just, like, revert? Because at first, when I started the podcast, started talking about it, so before we even started, but just kind of, like, talking about it,
Yeah.
I would act like it wasn't a thing. Like, it was nothing. Like, yeah, we're just starting a podcast. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I, like, talked it down, kind of.
But now we're almost to 100.
But now I'm getting excited and I'm like, just like, I don't care. Like,
that was in this eclipse thing last night was like releasing. I like just kept saying like kind of over and over, like, because I was like, I want people to listen because I want people to listen. But I was like getting scared too of who was listening and what they were thinking and how they were gonna, like, I was scared to get feedback. But last night I was like, I'm releasing all that. I'm letting it go. I want people to listen. I know I have something good to say. I know I have something good to put out in the world. And yeah.
Yeah. I just worry so much about judgment and I don't know why. Like, I'm a good mom. I'm a good person. I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Too
nice of a manager. Isn't that what what's her name used to say? Too nice. What was her name? We probably shouldn't say. She was like your boss, wasn't she? That like head lady that would come in.
Did it start with an S?
I don't know.
Oh, the head lady?
Yeah. Didn't she always say you were too nice?
I don't know who you're talking about. So you'd have to tell me more.
Yeah, it did start with an S, I think.
Sandy?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Didn't she say you were too nice?
Probably. So was she. I don't know. I am a very nice person. I really am. I mean, like I said, I may not give off those vibes, but I really am.
Yeah. You are.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, these dang eyeballs of mine, they're so itchy. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, Bailey saying that thing to me was like the most amazing thing. I'm probably shouldn't have said her name, but whatever. It really was the most amazing thing because I am working so hard to like not care so much what other people think. Mm-hmm. Because it used to be I wouldn't even post a Facebook status without asking someone's opinion. And I'm getting more like believing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So then another part in the book was talking about how, what does she call it? Your earthquake moments. So yes. I have a little example for me finding it in other people's lives, but having a harder time like seeing it in my own life, which I think is probably true for like a lot of people. You could like see the blessing in disguise for other people, but not for yourself. Because when you're going through it, you don't want to go through it.
Yeah, and you can't see past what you're going through a lot of times.
So I was going to give an example. I have this like friend who was very unhappy in like her relationship, and then it ended and she was super sad, and I was like, hey, I feel like, not to be a jerk, you kind of manifested this. You're very unhappy for a very long time.
I know. Okay.
and I feel like you kind of manifested this. And then she was like, no, and I was like, yes, and now she's kind of like, yeah, I think you were right. But then I put the mirror on me. I'm like, dang, when I be complaining about Josh, am I manifesting us getting divorced? Because I don't want that to happen. So I love that we just did these like love cup ones, because I think it was the same day that my friend had said something to me about like me not being so jealous anymore. He had said something to me about like really like kicking it up a notch to love him in like our marriage.
I love that.
Yeah.
John and I have been good lately, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Josh and I were on a walk yesterday, and he was, like, saying kind of how, like, last summer was a really low spot. And it's true, because I went camping.
It's because you didn't have me. Just kidding.
I went camping, and the people that I were camping with was like, dang, you hate him. And I was like, no, I think he can do better. He can make better choices. It was about his job. I don't think his old boss would ever listen to this, but he was in a job where no benefits, whatever, and it's like, I just kind of said, one of us needs to have benefits. And I mean, it could have been me. I tried getting a job with benefits. It basically wound up being a scam, because then anywhere I called didn't even take that. It was like not a real thing or something. I don't know. So then I canceled those benefits because I was paying like $80 a week, whichever was like, that's so cheap now that we actually have good benefits, you know. But yeah, so we were in like a really low spot, and it's good now to be good again. Mm-hmm. You know?
I know.
It's like those Facebook posts, you're not supposed to say too much, can't say highs and lows. People be like, what are they fighting about? What was my next thoughts?
Are we not doing that?
Yeah, we are. Is that what you want to get into?
I mean, that's your next.
Yeah, you started off. In the book, she says, interview the most successful person you know, and she gives some questions. I'm not actually going to interview mine, but I'm going to share with you who it is, and you're going to share.
Yeah, this is very difficult for me and kind of like alarming in a way. Maybe not alarming.
Sure.
Well, it's just like who the most successful person you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't think of anyone.
Well, right off the top of your head, you needed a second, but then you thought of someone, so.
I mean, it took me a long time to kind of think of someone. And the only person I could come up with, and I asked her if it was weird, is my mom.
I think that's cute. I love it.
I mean, and meaning successful, like, obviously my mom's not someone famous or, I don't know, whatever. But she did a lot for me as a kid. I mean, she raised 2 kids fairly young on her own. My dad didn't pay child support, so she worked as a waitress, put herself through night school, so she still had time with us. And she went to school night, worked as a waitress, did that for years, and then got a corporate job, started making pretty good money. Like, I don't ever remember hurting for money, or like, I always had the things that I needed. She was always able to give us a really good life. And now, I mean, she still has, like, that's still continuing. She's still working. She's building a cabin. She has bought a house. She's successful in that way. But she also has great relationships with her children, her mother. She cares so much about everybody, all of us. She is, I would say, the heart of our family. Like, she plans to get together. She plans camping trips. Like, we always go to her house for things. She had, like, built an amazing house that is just open concept. So you can pretty much be by each other the whole time, in the kitchen, in the living room, like, in the dining room. Like, it's just an open concept. She's a good grandma to my kids. So in that way, someone that I really, really look up to. And to me, if I have that, I'll feel successful. Like, if, you know what I mean? Just the relationships alone, I think, is what I want. I want to be close to my family like my mom is. I want to travel more. I know she doesn't travel, but that's just because she simply doesn't like to travel. She'd rather be camping than travel. So, I mean, she has the means to travel if she wanted. But I don't know.
All right. My most successful, it came to my head right away. And I think maybe it's because her daughter had commented on my Facebook post. But yeah, I don't like, it came to me right away. So when they were like, the most successful person that you know, should I say her name?
I don't know. Maybe say first name, not last.
Okay. So there is this lady, I don't know how, she's a family friend. Now that I'm an adult, you would say like family friend. But it was almost like an extra like grandma growing up, you know, that showed me kind of like what a healthy marriage looked like, what it looked like to take care of your body, what it looked like to trust in your faith. And it's actually insane to me because one of my coworkers and her old coworkers share a birthday, and they're so similar. They're like older, religious, but not the kind where they're like judgmentally religious. They're just like kind religious. Like, they use their religion to be like a compassionate, kind person.
Yeah.
Also have like beautiful marriages, successful travel, like happy homemakers, those types of things. So, when I was a child, I would go there for like a week at a time, a couple times a year, and it was beautiful. It's like my no trauma memories.
I love it.
My memories
Safe
of
space and just fun.
Yeah, like doing, so actually a couple weeks ago I did like this grandma bowling, this granny bowling with some friends, and we dressed up as grandmas, and the one had these curlers, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, this lady, I used to go to her house and she would put those in my hair before church and like use the little papers, and so like seeing the curlers reminded me of her. I love it. Yeah, always good memories. But also, like, there was workout equipment in the basement, situations like that. I mean, she went on walks, took vitamins, like, you know, said put jelly on your waffles instead of a crap ton of syrup. Like, be healthy, make healthy choices. You know, no drinking, no drugs, like, very healthy, loving. And I think now, because we're still Facebook friends, we don't really talk. I'm sure I could call her. She would answer. But has a relationship with her adult children. That is huge, 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 huge to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is having like a close relationship with your adult children. Being a good grandma, like traveling with your grandkids. That's such a beautiful thing. I would like, one of my biggest goals in life is to travel with my grandchildren.
I'm gonna be the best grandma, by the way.
I cannot wait to be a grandma. Obviously,
I can wait.
I gotta raise my kids first, but
I'm excited to be a grandma.
yeah. Do like the extra spoilings. We'll have more money when we're grandmas, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. But notice how both of our like successful women, like, it was mainly about like the relationships and their kind heart, and like not about all the money and
I mean, loving wife too. Like, that's like a big kind of thing to me now that I'm almost gonna be like 30 years old.
Yeah. See, and I think when I thought of this, that was where my first thought went, though, was who makes money, like successful that way. And then I thought about their life, and I was like, oh, well, they don't have good relationships with their children or their family. So to me, that's not successful.
And in the book, she's all about money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
So that was a cute exercise.
Yeah, I love this. Next week, we are going to have our first ever guest. So, if you have any questions about being a twin mom, slide into our DMs and let us know what they are. Super exciting. I think I have a few questions. It'll be interesting doing our first ever interview, but exciting. We're super excited for it. Super pumped, super happy. It'll be Easter weekend.
Oh yeah, Easter.
Yeah.
Yikes. Who else has to go Easter basket shopping?
Hello.
I probably should have said that. Rewind. Don't listen with your kids. So sorry.
It's all good. We'll
Last minute mom here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So
I had birthdays.
Yeah, I mean, we really did. That's like, okay, so we started this podcast, literally February is my birthday, her son's birthday. March is my middle daughter, her middle daughter. Wait, yeah, February, March. Yeah. So her daughter and my daughter. And then it's like April, spring break.
John's birthday.
And Kenzie's birthday. Spring break for you is a different week than me. St. Patrick's Day, my dad's birthday, Easter.
Just rolling through life.
Living that mom life. But we getting healthier and wealthier here in 2024. I'm super happy about this whole weight loss thing with John, though. Even Josh said my face is less red. Not this video. Look at how white I am. Look,
oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
Just wait till she's in the summer.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna be looking gorgeous.
I'll still be looking
white. A big
or
thing.
Red, because I don't tan, I burn.
A big thing at the end of the book was all about action, 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 action. And I was kind of saying before, like, the secret sauce is mixing the two. But I'm saying it here, you guys. I'm going to get this video thing. We're going to figure out how to take it vertically. So that way I can chunk it into smaller videos. We're going to learn a lot over these next couple weeks. We're going to do better. We're going to promote more. We're almost to 100 downloads, but that was another part. She talks about chunking down your goals.
Yeah.
So, we love this book. We recommend it. It's a little bit dated. She wrote it however many years ago, pre-COVID, but
I don't think it's
not that
dated at all.
You don't think?
Still applies. You're going to read what you read in this book and a million other books.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because she talks about all those, like, sports
Okay,
people.
so I guess, like, the examples.
Yeah.
But there's still success stories. I had to Google a few people.
Really?
I just like to know what they look like.
I knew none of them. All right.
If you Googled them, you would have.
We love you. We are so grateful for you listening and cannot wait for our guests next week. Bye.
Have a great week.